Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to make this Sending You Hogs and Kisses card using some products from Honeybee Stamps' new Be Mine Valentine's release. In particular, we are going to use the Bad Influence stamp set. That's where this cute little piggy comes from, and also the Love Enclosed stamp set, and that's where these little envelopes and letters comes from. So let's go ahead and get started setting up our card. So this is going to be a single layer card that we're going to color with Copic markers, but you can use any coloring medium that you like to make this card. I am just masking off the images as I stamp them, and I'm putting some masking paper on top. And the little scene that we have going on is that we have this little piggy who is sitting atop all of these little letters, and then we're going to have a sentiment at the top that says sending you hugs and kisses. So it's an adorable card for any occasion, but I think it would be really, really sweet for Valentine's Day. So to color in the background, I'm just using some B000, which is a really pretty sky blue color. I thought that this would be a nice background, and I thought that the blue would complement the piggy's little peachy pink coloring just beautifully. So now we're going to color in the piggy, and for the base I'm going to use some R000, and then for the dark shadow areas we're going to use some RV42. This color is pretty close to R22 if you have that one and you don't have this one. I think either can be used interchangeably here. And then I'm going to use some R11 as a midtone just to start blending inwards towards the center of the little piggy's body. And then I'm going to use some R30 as well, which is just a tad lighter than the R11, and then some R000 in the center. And then I'm just going to go over my coloring one more time just to deepen and darken the color. So that area by his belly, we're going to make that pretty dark. Underneath his ears where there would be a shadow, under his little cheek on the side, we'll add some shadow there. And then once I get a nice blend, I will move on to stamping our little postage marks onto the envelope. So I thought that these little hearts fit really, really nicely on these three little images. It helps to brighten up the design. Then I'm going to add these little hearts, and these hearts come from the Be Mine stamp set, which was a complimentary stamp set from Honeybee Stamps. So I think if you purchased more than $60 worth of product for this release, then you got that stamp set. So these little hearts are great for all kinds of occasions, but I thought they just fit really, really well here with this little piggy design. For the envelopes, I think you could leave these white if you liked and just maybe put some gray shading around the edges, but I decided that I was going to make him surrounded by rainbow envelopes. So I just thought that I had this vision of him just in the middle of all of these little Valentine's Day cards that were being sent in the mail, and this adorable little piggy just sitting on top. So we're going to start with our yellow envelope, and then we're going to move on to a violet colored envelope, and I'm going to use V12, V15, and V17 here. And the shading on these envelopes are really, really simple. So for the envelopes that have the deliver mark on them, I just keep my shading dark on the edges and then light in the center. And then for the envelopes like this one that have the little flaps, so they're facing backwards, I just add the shading like underneath in the little creases there where the envelope is kind of joined together by the different pieces. And for our green envelope, I'm using some yellow green. So we're using yellow green 11, 13, and 17. And then we're going to have a little pink envelope here. And I'm going to use some RV000, some RV55, and then RV52. This is one of my favorite pink combinations. Probably more of a favorite than the traditional R81, 83, and 85, which we'll use for another envelope in a second. Then we'll have a little blue-green envelope in the corner here. Some BG000, BG07, and then some BGO2 to blend everything together. And I just love the way that looks with the red little heart postage stamp in the center there. Just really, really cute. And now we'll add a yellow envelope to start to round out our rainbow. I think at this point we have all the colors of the rainbow represented on the card. So we have the blue sky, we have the red of the hearts, we have the like peachy pink of the pig, we have a pink envelope, a green envelope. Now we're going to make a kind of solid blue envelope in that little corner there, another little peach envelope, and then this is my other favorite pink combination, R81, 83, and 85. I'm just going to color that in pretty simply with my shading on the edges of the envelope. And then we'll have a little red envelope down here. I thought that the scene could use just a little bit more red. And then once we finish in this, as you see, there are some little white spaces in between some of the envelopes. So we're just going to fill that in with a cool gray marker. You could use black if you like. I decided to use C9. And that's just to kind of fill in that empty space. So it looks like there's some shadows behind the envelopes. Now I'm going to peel off the masking tape. So this is a single layer card, so we don't have to worry about die cutting anything. It is just 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. It's going to fit nicely on an A2 size card base. I am using the Sending You Hogs and Kisses sentiment from the Bad Influence stamp set, and I'm just going to line that up and stamp it with black Versamark ink or VersaFine ink. And then we're going to just adhere the card panel to our card base with some tape runner. And that's it. So this card comes together pretty quickly. Maybe took me about a half hour to do from start to finish, including all the masking and then all these little finishing touches here. So I'm just adding some scribbles to make it look like someone wrote out those envelopes. I'm going to add a little white highlight to the hearts here. And then just some little white dots on the stamps themselves just to kind of brighten them up a bit. And then some black glaze pen on the little piggy's eyes. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, everyone. I hope you give this card a try. I am using the Bad Influence and Love Enclosed stamp sets from Honeybee Stamps' new Be Mine Valentine's Day release. Have a great day, and I will see you again soon in another video.